keeps coming across my inbox, conversations, my SMS system is what is going on with Fannie Mae and this 620 minimum credit score requirement going away. Some people think that means they don't need a credit score anymore to qualify for a mortgage. What do you got to say about that?
Well, that is actually something that we've seen in the past with other loan programs. While Fannie Mae may not specifically have a quote unquote credit score that they require, what happens is the end investors who are the ones who are actually backing these mortgages are the ones who are going to have a credit score requirement. So right now, scores are required. Now, this may absolutely open the market up to people with lower credit scores. However, what people need to understand about that is that with these type of approvals, typically are going to come more requirements. And
Okay. Like
what
what? What would you say?
Compensating factors are typically one of the big things that they look at, and one of the biggest are down payments.
Okay.
With other programs right now, we can go, sub 620, sub 500, but the investors are just requiring a higher down payment. So typically, with other programs, we're looking at about 10 to 20% down to be able to make something like that happen. So in my
Okay.
estimation, is that if we see something like that, with Fannie Mae, that they're going to require, larger down payments.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Understood. Yeah, so that's good information to understand because when I hear it right now, I'm just like, no, that's not like we got to understand. Yes, they may say we've gotten rid of the 620 minimum credit score requirement, but there's still a lot of key components as if down payment that makes sense. And then, of course, a big one, like I always have to tell people, job time. So, what's the minimum job time requirement? Has that changed? Is it still the same?
Well, to be on your current job, if you've changed jobs recently, typically that's not going to hurt. If it's in a similar field, especially, then we can do the loan either right away or sometimes even before that job starts, depending on what type of documentation the job is willing to provide. But typically, most investors want to see that somebody's been in a similar line of work for 2 years. We can get away with shorter times, depending on, overall job history and, the overall file.
Okay, understood. What's a couple alternatives to like being able to show assets for down payment, like different accounts if they don't have it all in a checking account?
So a lot of people don't realize that their 401k, just having that as, not necessarily a down payment, but sometimes just to show as assets is something that can be a huge factor. That's, goes back to the compensating factors. But also a lot of times, the 401k companies will allow you to access that money for a down payment, generally for a first-time home buyer without any sort of tax penalty.
Okay, nice to know. That's nice to know. All right,
There,
and that is showing that it's a primary residence is the key word there, right? We're saying, yeah,
yeah, absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. Now there are other programs. We have access to a number of different down payment assistance programs as well.
Hmm.
That's always an option that we can look into.
Okay, yeah. So, what would you say right now is probably the most common used down payment program that a lot of people have been leaning on in 2025?
I would say in Indiana overall is the Indiana Home Buyers Down Payment Assistance Program. But we also, My Bank Responsive Mortgage, we're a division of Gold Star. We have our own down payment assistance program. And on my end, I've used that a lot this year as well.
Now, say I've accomplished my first home purchase and I use down payment assistance, and now I'm ready to buy another house. Since I used down payment assistance the first time around, how does that affect me when it comes time to buy another property?
So it really depends on which program that you look at, but we have programs that don't have any requirements on whether or not you're a first-time home buyer or not.
Okay, good. Good to know. So it doesn't have a negative impact to get assistance through a down payment program.
Correct. Yeah. And if
Okay,
you've used it once before and you want to use it again this time, it's not going to impact you negatively.
nice. Okay, well, that's great information. Thank you, Jeremy. So another big question that I have for you that has been I feel like a seasonal question that comes up, right? Is more seasonal, especially to us here in Indiana. And is it a good time to purchase? I hear this all the time. What's your thoughts behind it? Because I got plenty of thoughts, but what's your thoughts?
My thought is yes. A lot of people have, a lot of things that I've heard from people, this year is that they're waiting for rates to go down. The reality is we've actually, right now are seeing the lowest interest rates that we've seen since September of 2022. Um,
Exactly. Say that again because people don't understand that right now. I have clients
Absolutely.
waiting for rates to go down, and I'm like, we are at an all-time low right now than what we've been in years.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So,
historically, I mean, our interest rates on today's market are way better than, what we've seen overall in historically. Absolutely.
for sure. Now, from a real estate standpoint of that, on the sales side, I would say for sure it's a good time to buy, especially when, like I say, I feel like that's a seasonal concern, right? Because it's getting colder. A lot of people don't want to move right now. And the truth is, there is more deals on the market right now because the majority feels that way. They don't want to move, right? More willing to take a deal, right? They're willing to negotiate more. And they're even probably willing to get some type of seller concession to help towards that closing cost. So I tell
Absolutely.
potential clients and clients that are currently waiting right now, like, it is a great time to buy. And the best time to buy is when you're ready to buy. So regardless of what the market is doing, right? If you're ready to buy, you buy a house because buying versus renting is always a good idea. It's an easy way to put your money back to work and definitely see some equity come back out of that investment. Yeah.
Absolutely. And honestly, because of all of these factors, I would argue that right now in Indiana specifically, we are in a buyer's market, which means it's more advantageous for somebody to buy rather than sell, which has been a
Mm.
huge change from the last several years. The majority of what we've seen has been a seller's market.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like all of 2025 has been a buyer's market. I have seen so many buyers that I've worked with personally get so many deals. And not to mention just not deals on how the purchase works in their favor, but also at the same time, they're also having access to a lot of different incentives, rebates, grants that's been available on the federal side. It has been so much opportunity I have witnessed in this market right now where accomplishing home ownership has become a lot more easier for people who didn't even think they can purchase a property before. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely agree with you.
yeah, for sure. All right. Well, that's really all I had for you. A couple of questions I wanted to ask. Um, we do have a live event coming up soon, a credit workshop. We got Responsive Mortgage is going to be in the building. Jeremy is going to be live in full effect, so you can actually ask questions to him directly and just really learn what steps you can take next so you can actually accomplish home ownership in 2026. So, if you don't have your ticket yet, get your ticket. Get your ticket. All right. I'm going to go ahead and throw out a free coupon code at the end of this where you can actually get a free ticket. If you put in the word keys after watching this, you will be able to access one free general admission ticket to go ahead and see the live event.
I can't wait.